Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica, and I am the Operations Manager at Virtual Hallway. Today, we're going to take a look at practice group accounts, and these are great for office administrators, department managers, office managers, you name it, any practice group where you'll be managing a group of physicians and nurse practitioners. This is the account for you. So when you first log in, you'll land on a calendar page, and you'll be able to see the calendars of any of the primary care practitioners in your practice group. I won't spend too much time going over the calendar, but you can take a look at it when you're in there. We'll start by looking at how to add a user. So you can see here I've already added a couple of users, and if we want to add someone new to the clinic, then we can hit this Add User button, and that will bring us to this form where we can put in their name, their cell phone number, which will be the number the specialist calls them at, their email so that they can set a password and accept your invitation to join the practice group, their province of practice, their provider type, whether they're fee-for-service or salaried or nurse practitioner, license number, and whether they are primary care or a specialist. And so once you hit join, that will send them the invitation, and they'll be able to confirm and join the practice group. And they would appear right here in your list of users. So you'll notice here as I scroll down, there are active users and onboarding users. And the difference here is that the active users have uploaded their verification documentation, and onboarding still requires a piece or two pieces of verification. So if we go over to the verification tab, we'll be able to find this demo GP2 and see what they're missing. So any user who is in onboarding status will be available here in the drop-down menu. So we'll select Demo GP2. Now, for any fee-for-service physician, there are two pieces of verification required. There is the photo identification required by all users, and there is also a business arrangement form, which will allow the physician to get paid. So for any salaried doctor or any nurse practitioner, just the photo ID is required. And as we're in Demo GP2's verification account, we can see that the MSI business arrangement form has been completed. So in this case, what may have happened is they may have already signed the MSI form from their account, which is possible. The other possibility is there's another office administrator in your practice group account. There could be 2, 3, whatever your clinic needs. And they may have already uploaded that MSI business arrangement form. If this was also to say upload, then you could just click that, print off the form, have the physician sign it, and then upload it back into the system. And you can do the same with the photo ID. So if you have a saved file, you can upload it right here. And then that user would move from onboarding to active as well. And you would be able to see that as active. Now, the verification doesn't limit you being able to book a consultation for them. We allow users to book up to 5 consultations prior to having the verification documents uploaded, though I do recommend getting those in there because it will allow the fee-for-service physicians to get paid, and it just helps increase our privacy, and that is why we have that cutoff as well for privacy reasons. And so to book a consult for a physician, let's say we want to go ahead and book one for a demo practitioner. We want to book one with psychiatry. And then there are 2 options here. So they can select any specialist or a specific specialist. Though I do recommend, if they don't have a preference, to select any specialist, because as you'll see here, you get the most amount of possibilities. And so if we want to book a consultation in 2 days, at 12 o'clock, we can do that, confirm the time. And then from here, you will see a very brief consultation form that will differ by specialty, but all the forms are brief. They'll take less than 5 minutes to complete. Patient name, basic patient information here, the consultation question that will be discussed at the time of the call, a couple of more questions here. And then if you didn't have a piece of information that you need for the form, you could save this as a draft and come back to it later. But once all of the fields are complete, You would also be able to hit submit right here. Let's just save this as a draft. I'm just going to show you where it goes if it's in draft mode. So we save that as a draft, and then we can go over here to consults. We can filter this right here by pending. So these are all of the consults I've submitted that require me to finish completing. You can even sort it by the consult date. I can see right here that I just booked this for Jessica, for psychiatry, April 14th at 12 o'clock. So there it is right there. And you can see I've already started this form, and you can finish completing it and again, hit submit. So once that's submitted, it will say upcoming, and the specialist will call the physician at that scheduled time. And then after the call, it will switch to in review. So you can see here the status in review. So those ones require a specialist report to be uploaded. So the specialist will type in some notes, diagnosis and recommendation. And then once that report is in, it will go to complete. So you can see all of the completed consults right here. We can go into the completed consult to view the consult request on the left-hand side and the consult report on the right-hand side. And you can download those directly into an EMR by hitting download on both of these buttons here. The other option and easier way to work with a big batch of them at once, based on feedback we've heard from different clinic managers, is to sort the status by complete. And then under request, under report, there are two download buttons. So if you want to download this consult, you can hit download. It will be downloaded as a PDF. So you can click on the PDF, check it if you'd like, and you can just keep downloading these. And for all of the ones that you've downloaded and uploaded into an EMR, you can just make a note. So these are all blank spaces right here that you can write whatever you'd like. So if there are different office managers or administrators working in one practice group account, you can be able to keep track of your work. And also as consults move through the different statuses. So if one moves from in review to complete, you don't have to necessarily worry about that shift if you're always making a note of which ones you've downloaded, because that new one that would have just turned over to complete will have no note here. So you'll know to download it, make a note, download it. You can even put the date and by Jess. And then that's saved automatically. So that is the practice group account in a nutshell. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks so much. Bye.